Hello there. This is what is most commonly known as a YouTube video. I have hands, and I also have multiple hands actually, which is pretty insane, I know. The first video ever, so just probably strange accent, uncomfortable with the camera on me, you know, all the good stuff that you just love to see. Anyway, that was definitely a Discord notification, so I gotta fix that. Only the most professional videos here on this channel. I'm gonna have to turn to invisible mode on Discord just to get that. But anyway, this is a review of Hades, the video game, not the Greek god. Even though the video game does actually include a couple of Greek gods, strangely enough. Anyway, story, recap, stuff. It sure is a game. This is actually spoiler free, by the way. Just it'll cover the beginning, so like not any big story points. Only really the parts where it's. I'm just gonna cover the premise, and I'm not gonna have. Don't want to call it a face cam. Not really that, but I'm only gonna have this webcam. Like I'm gonna have audio. You'll see yourself, but anyway, the footage will be of the first two areas. You'll probably get to the second area in let's be generous, about half an hour to an hour. Anyway, I have played quite a bit of the game. I've completed it a couple of times, not 100% at it, or all the achievements. Just completed it, and I'm still getting notifications. How does this Discord thing work? You might be wondering why I have not turned it to streamer mode. Well, I can't see through this mask, you see. So yeah, this mask's mostly for protecting my identity. I don't want this to come up in a job interview 30 years later, just be like, hey, yeah, I saw you made a cringe epic Nene video. Yeet me out of your office. That's ironic, by the way. Yeah, and also if you're watching this now, you're probably a friend of mine, and the sun just went out. Interesting. I think my camera's either dying or it wants to die. Anyway, so just bear with me. Is it when the sun just went back on? Like it's cloudy outside, so. Anyway, Hades. It's a game, and you are playing as. Did I really just forget the main character's name? It was Zagreus. Zagreus was. I can't look at text through my mask, so I can see Jack. This is gonna include swearing. Editor's note. No, it's not. And also, I'm sorry for the beginning of the video being so slow. Also, if you actually somehow managed to discover this, please subscribe. I really want this channel to start growing naturally. Or I'm gonna have my, secondary thing, which is hanging up posters around the entirety of Norway. Anyway, it's Hades. It's a game. And I've said that 3 times. I have ADHD, please just be kind to my lack of determination in getting this video to, less than an hour. It's a game where you are trying to escape from literal hell, and that's what your character is trying to do. And you unlock different things, you unlock different perks. Death Defiance is one thing. It's pretty cool, where if you die, you can respawn. You get that pretty early on, so it's I wouldn't count it as a spoiler. It's gameplay spoilers will be, but not big ones. Only really just, you get different weapons, you start fighting stuff, you find new characters, and you also collect boons from gods, the Greek gods. I'm starting to, my head's shortcutting. Anyway, you get Zeus, you find different types of gods, for example, you got Poseidon, you got the condom one, aka the protection one, the Aphrodite is one of them, you got Artemis, you got Ares, got the drunk one, and those are the ones that that aren't in spoiler territory. You get a couple more like later into the game. You have an interesting story actually, with your character developing these relationships with different types of characters, like for example Achilles. I'm like 70% sure he's in the game. I know that there's one character. He's like I'm losing brain cells at extremely rapid rate, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna like you know die from this. But anyway, it has pretty cool story actually, an interesting one with different Greek characters. Your character actually like develops a little bit, like when he finds out more of the environment around him, he starts developing a little bit. The gods are very they don't really change throughout the story, like the ones you collect boons from. Like the characters, there are some gods, like for example, the name of the game, Hades, which is actually your father in this game. You play as Zagreus, the son of Hades. And the story, it's interesting, like it's not too much of a story-based game. You don't really get cutscenes or anything, but it is like it's semi-story driven, and the combat is pretty cool. I liked it a lot, and if you're a baby, you can play on it was God mode, which makes it so that every time you die, you get like a percentage of protection, so that yeah, my brain is shortcutting. I think this mask is hindering my breathing. I'm starting to get real dizzy. So I gotta finish this quickly before I die. Anyway, it's pretty cool combat. You dash around killing not demons, like enemies and stuff like that. You have like the gods you meet, they will give you like powers. You get different types of powers that have different levels of rarity. It's a roguelike. So the items you get during a run won't really matter, but you can get some items like dark crystals, and you also get the little gems that you can use to fulfill contracts that will give you a nice bed. And then you get like keys, which are actually very important. You should really try to get those in the beginning of the game. They're really important. And you can trade around with items, and you get items from killing bosses and stuff like that. It's really fun, just dashing around, killing people, collecting stuff to get more powerful, kill more people. So it's a good game. It's cool. Just remember, if you want me to change anything, I'm gonna try to get more professional. This is my first attempt at a video, first one that I'm gonna complete. Anyway, if you're mean, you go straight to the deepest pits of Tartarus, and see you in like I won't actually see you, but you'll probably see me in like half a year when I actually manage to make another video. See you later. That was another Discord notification.